arrived in Manchester. It took like 2 hours from London. And now we're gonna get our rental car. It's really nice out now, but it's supposed to be really bad weather in the Lake District, so yay. We made it to our car. We're in the car park, about to head out. We're about 30 minutes behind schedule, I guess. Took a while to get the car, but we got a free upgrade. We're in an Audi. Whoop whoop. Okay, so we got to Windermere, which is where we were planning to have lunch, but we've been driving around for about half an hour looking for, I think it's been about half an hour or 20 minutes looking for parking, and there's nowhere to park. So we're now everyone, like there's like a bunch of cars that are looking for parking, and they made this like pseudo parking lot that's not a real parking lot, but we're gonna park here anyway. And yeah, hopefully get some lunch soon because yeah, everyone's desperate. Everyone is really desperate.
Like 2 years ago, this was empty.
Yeah.
And now you have like
literally there was no cars. We just drove around the block looking for parking.
Yeah, this is funny.
Well, when we came here the first time, no cars. Second time, everyone's parked here. Anyway, I'm hungry. Are you still full from your pasty?
No, I'm done to eat now.
I'm so hungry. It's super touristy here. It's like crazy. So the Lake District is like a collection of towns around a collection of lakes in North England. And so right now we're in like the biggest town, I guess, called Windermere. And this is Bowness on Windermere, which is like a very touristy town on the biggest lake called Windermere. And we're not staying here, we're staying in a town further up north called Keswick. So we're just here for lunch, just to check it out. Raining. And I think this is how the weather is going to be for the rest of the week, so yay.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
2 days we hike, so you know the rain is gonna keep it fresh. And tomorrow
We're climbing a mountain.
Yeah, but we're also going instead of mine.
Yeah, but we're also doing Via Ferrata, so yay. What did you think of Windermere?
It's very touristy.
Yeah. It's tourist central. It's a nice town.
Yeah, it's cute.
There's lots of nice dogs like there is in all of the UK.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now we are headed to Keswick, which was where our hotel is. And then I don't know what we're doing. Walk around if the weather is not horrible.
Yeah. This is our room.
So it's about 7 p.m. We're about to leave for dinner, but the weather is just really crappy. It's like super windy and non-stop rain. At least the view is nice. Yeah, this room is really nice. The hotel is really nice. Apparently they serve dinner, but we have to book in advance, so we didn't do that. So we're gonna go to town, which is like a 10-minute drive away. and try to see if we can get some dinner in Keswick, which apparently, according to our navigation on our car, is pronounced Keswick. Still unsure how the real pronunciation is, but nevertheless, we're headed to Keswick or Keswick. And yeah, we're gonna see what we can find. Hopefully something good. But yeah, this weather is horrendous. I'm really hoping it doesn't stay like this for like days in a row, but we'll see. Good morning. So it is the next day and we survived the night. It rained so hard last night. Like it was like pouring. I don't know, like we could hear it from our room and it was like super windy. It was crazy. But today we are going on a adventure, I guess you could say. We're doing a caving thing. Like we're caving in a mine. I don't really exactly know what we're gonna be doing, but we're gonna be like strapped in to like wires and whatever, I don't know what they're called, and going down caves. And then we're also going to go on a via ferrata across a mountain. Not really sure about that either, but it's a full day thing, so we're gonna be on this little mountain for a while. And hopefully it won't get too cold or wet, but we'll see. Going into the caves. It's very cold. It's freezing. Sun! Momentary sun. I think this will last 1 minute.
Yeah. So Anna, tell us what we're doing right now.
I don't even know. Climbing a cave.
Climbing a mine. Spooky. Anna, watch out. All right. Anna is about to Tarzan the shit of this rope. Come on.
This is so ridiculous. We just tried to do the via ferrata in these conditions, but we're calling it off because it's way too cold. Like,
Whereabouts you guys from?
it's crazy. Okay, so it is around what, 4 p.m. now?
Yeah.
So, I think the last time I recorded anything, we were on top of the mountain and it was snowing and it was ridiculous. So we were gonna do the via ferrata in the snow. Everyone was like gung-ho, let's do it. And then as soon as we got on the actual rails, we realized it was not a good idea because it was really cold and soaking wet. So like all our fingers were numb when we started doing the via ferrata, and I think it's quite dangerous because you have to maneuver the, whatever they're called, what are they called? Carabines? Like the hooks that you have to hook onto the safety, the railing thingies to make sure you don't fall off the mountain. And they're quite finicky, and if your fingers aren't moving properly, like you could easily, mess it up, and it's quite difficult to hook them on anyway when your fingers are numb. So anyway, like there was no way I could have done it. I was like freezing within minutes. So yeah, people started it, and then as soon as we started it, they called it off, basically. And then we got a voucher to come back and do it again, so we're gonna try it again on Friday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes better. But now we're heading into town and we're gonna try to go on the lake and rent a boat. Yeah, and then get dinner, and then come back to the hotel. But yeah, this trip is going not exactly as we planned, but we're trying to make the most of it. The guides were like, this has never happened. I've been working here for 30 years and it's never snowed like this in April. We're like, thank you. It was funny too because when we were getting ready, our guide was like, you know, the mountain can be really beautiful and really magical when it's snowing like this. We get on and it's pure hell, it's torture. So I wouldn't call it magical, but I think I was probably the most negative of the group. Everyone was like, yeah, let's do it, we can do it. And I was like, oh, it's freezing.
I was impressed by
everyone was so badass.
like the patience
Yeah.
of the British family. You know, they were, oh, let's get on with it. You know?
Yeah, they're like, let's do it, it's fine. I was like, are you guys crazy? So we can't do the boats because the boat place is closed because it's too late. So now we're just walking around the lake. It's really pretty and it's not raining. Walking for about an hour and a half, and right now we're in the woods, but for the majority of it we were walking on the lake. It was so pretty, so picturesque. We are rounding out our walk in the woods and then going for dinner in the town, which I still don't know how to pronounce. Is it Keswick or is it Keswick? Someone tell me. I should ask somebody, but I'm too embarrassed. I'm waiting for somebody to say it out loud, but no one has said it to me out loud, so I don't know. What do you think it is, Joseph?
Well, we assume it's Keswick, but we get confused when.
Yeah, from the car navigation system.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you think? What are you betting? What are you betting?
Keswick, but.
Okay, Joseph bets Keswick. I'm gonna bet Keswick. Let's see who wins. So we had the genius idea of Googling our question. How is Keswick pronounced? And as I just revealed...
And no time to ask people and socialize.
Yeah. Forget socializing. But, yeah. The W is silent for some reason. And it's Keswick. So, I win, so you bet me a pint.
No, my bet was Keswick.
No, my bet was Keswick. Do you want me to run the tapes back?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Okay, Joseph bets Keswick. I'm gonna bet Keswick. Let's see who wins. Okay, I lost. My memory is skewed. Okay, I lost. Cheers. Mine even has like a chocolate bar. Curry. Good morning. So I decided to go for a little run this morning. 30 minutes. Easy pace around the neighborhood. And I have spotted my first sheep. It's kind of cold, very windy, but so pretty and refreshing and peaceful, so.
And that's an English breakfast.
We just drove about an hour. Okay, so we just drove about an hour to this area called Langdale to do a big hike. And as you can probably hear, it's raining.
It's pouring outside.
Like touring. So, I don't know, I think...
Should we go to a pub?
It's almost...
Drink beers all
It's
day.
almost 11, so... It's almost socially acceptable.
And this hike is 6 hours, so...
Yeah, it's a 6-hour hike. I don't know if I'm ready for this. It's like pouring. It's really bad. Maybe if we wait a little bit, it'll clear out.
Yeah, in 6 hours, maybe.
Oh my god. Why did we come here? It's so bad.
How do you feel, babe?
How cool is this? Wow. So, we almost didn't do this bit of the hike, but we're doing it. There's a lot of drama that you didn't see to get to this point. But oh my god, the views so far are making it worth it. We still have a bunch to go though. We're not at the top yet, but yeah.
We made it to the top. We don't know where we are because we didn't follow there was no path, right? So we just went for the top, and now
This is one of the craziest things I've ever done.
we need to ponder what we're gonna do now. We might have lunch.
Not here, not here. Oh my god. Okay.
Anyway, this is what we did.
Lunchtime. It's like 3 p.m. 3:30 maybe. Eating a sandwich that I bought. Oh, why is the lighting so weird? Eating a sandwich that I bought earlier. And Joseph is also having a sandwich. I'm so hungry. So, that's how we feel right now. Yeah, we're back in the hotel, obviously. And yeah, just wanted to quickly recap the hike.
It went great. It was a nice adventure.
It didn't quite go according to plan. So originally we were gonna do like this hike that's in a book we have about the best hikes in England, and it's the Langdale Pikes. But it was really, really bad weather in the first like 2.5 hours. The first half of the hike. It was like raining and windy and cold, and basically the whole hike is your feet are wet because you're basically walking on a stream or on the river or in marshes.
But I think if it was summer, I don't think that the walking path, that we followed
would be as wet
and would have as much water flowing down.
Okay. Yeah, there was just like the entire time there was water flowing beneath our feet. And there was a bunch of river crossings, which I did not know we would have to do. They're like intense rivers. Like they're not just like a creek. They're like really intense, fast rivers that we had to cross.
But I think the issue is also
Also,
that
yeah,
it rained a lot.
yeah, it rained
you know, before.
yeah. So there was a lot of water.
And so the current, I'm sure the current is a lot stronger than it is usually. At some point, we had to give up because it was just too difficult.
We had to go a different way, basically,
to
up
cross
the
the river. Yeah. But I think under normal circumstances, especially in the summer, it's a lot easier to cross this part.
Yeah. But somehow there were still people that crossed it. And we were like, how are they crossing it? Because
Very, very few though. Yeah. So
yeah, so basically the way that this mountain range works is like you climb and then towards like the middle of the mountain there's a big lake. And then if you keep climbing you can get to the summit. But to keep climbing it required us to cross the river, which we had done a few river crossings up to that point, but this particular river crossing was really difficult because there were no clear rocks that could help you get across. And I was too scared, and I had like a moment, like a dramatic moment where I was like, I can't do it. And like I was like freaking out, and I was like, let's just go home.
You were crying.
Yeah, I was crying.
Point. Yeah.
And I just like
overwhelmed by the emotion.
So we almost gave up, and I was like, it's too cold. I can't do this because I was freezing at this point. Like my feet were freezing, my hands were freezing. Like I was just everything was wet too. Like all of my clothes were wet. Is my shirt on? Oh yeah, my shirt's on backwards. Anyway, so yeah, I was about to give up, but then Joseph was like, let's just try this other way because there was like another way that we could go without the river. So we tried that. And it was also crazy because we were literally walking up a non-path and it was snowing. It had snowed, so there was like snow all over the path. And we were like walking through snow basically.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And so windy.
And we were not equipped, for...
No, we were not equipped.
Such,
it was
such
insane.
a hike.
It was so crazy. But eventually we got to the top.
And then it got even windier.
Yeah.
It was so windy at the top.
So windy.
And they were like, no one, just us.
Yeah. That was kind of cool.
And it took us a while to circle back sort of with the path.
Yeah, I mean, it was scary because I was like we could easily hurt ourselves, And we weren't on the right path. We were just making our own path. So I was like, oh my God, like, this is scary.
Yeah.
But we're alive. So that's good. And in the UK, like we were saying, in the UK, the hikes are not really well marked. So you're kind of like on your own a lot of the time.
I wonder if it's part of the culture, like British people are a bit more hardcore,
They're very hardcore.
So I wonder if it's part of the game, or also because like the conditions were so bad that everything was so wet that during some part of the hike, we should have seen the path, but because it was either covered in snow or it was too wet, we didn't know whether it was a path or not.
Yeah, so we didn't end up doing the entire thing. It was supposed to be 7 miles, but we did 5.5. So we definitely didn't do the full thing, but whatever. I'm just happy we did anything at all because I was about to give up. Really. I was about to give up. So we at least got to the top. And we survived. So yay!
Yeah, to us.
And tomorrow, fingers crossed, we can do the Via Ferrata take 2.
Exactly. Hopefully it won't snow.
I'm really nervous about tomorrow.
And it won't rain either.
Because if it's like today, I don't think I can do it. And if it's like what it was yesterday, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, unless it's dry, I can't do it, basically.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we're going to have dinner at the hotel. And then...
we're going to crash.
Go to bed.
Yeah. Don't you feel relaxed and, happy?
I feel accomplished.
With what you've done. Exactly. Yeah. That's what we look for.
Yeah, that's why we do these hikes. Honestly, at one point I was like, why do we do these hikes? That's how I feel whenever I do anything difficult. I'm like, why do I do this? Like the marathon.
The experience. The adrenaline.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
And for the vlog, for you too.
Yes, and fame.
of Via Ferrata was a success. We made it. In true UK fashion, it was sunny a minute ago. Now it's hailing. Literal ice pellets dropping down on us. Lovely. But we are on our way to do another hike, a really small, short one, trying to fit as much in as we can on our last day. But yeah, it's like an hour and a half hike near the lake that's around Keswick. The alpacas are soaking wet. Hello. Hello. This is the hike that we wanted to do. However, it's hailing, but we're still gonna try it. It's supposed to be an easy hike, not too much elevation. But I think we're gonna be jumping across and into puddles the entire way, so I'm not looking forward to that. Are you excited?
So excited.
For another wet, rainy, cold hike?
Let's do this.
So we made it to the top. The views are stunning. JK, this is the summit. I thought we were on the summit before, but it was not. But yeah, it is super, super beautiful up here. Wow. So we're back in Manchester today. We're spending the day in Manchester. Said goodbye to the Lake District, and now we wanted to do a free walking tour, but we have some time to kill, so we're gonna check out a donut shop that I found. Apparently it has vegan options, so JK, it's closed. It says back open next week. So we're back in London. The Lake District was a crazy, crazy place. I also, like, after I came back, I read some articles about young people doing drugs in the mountains, which was kind of sad to hear, the negative PR around the Lake District, but I didn't know that when we were there. Any final thoughts about the Lake District?
I would go back. It was beautiful.
Yeah, we couldn't do everything we wanted.
Really?
Well, I wanted to go to other lakes, like I wanted to go to Buttermere, I wanted to do like other hikes, but we couldn't quite get to everything.
Yeah. We wanted to do stargazing as well.
Oh yeah, stargazing was too cold.
Too cold and too far anyway.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching our vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let us know what you thought in the comments. 1, 2, 3. Bye! Bye.